Life often takes us down paths that feel uncomfortable, uncertain, and isolating. Yet these very paths might be the clearest indicators that we're headed in the right direction. When you feel abandoned and alone, it's easy to believe you've made a wrong turn, that perhaps you missed a sign, or that the struggles you're facing signal failure. However, it is often in these difficult and trying moments that you are on a journey of growth and transformation. Feeling abandoned and lost is not uncommon when you're venturing onto a path that few have walked before. The wilderness you find yourself in is not a sign of being forsaken, but a necessary part of the process. In these moments, every step becomes more deliberate, every decision weighs heavier, and the silence forces you to confront what's inside. It is in this confrontation that you begin asking the questions that will shape your future. Who am I? Where am I going? Why does this journey feel so difficult? These kinds of questions don't surface when everything is easy and comfortable. True self-discovery happens in the discomfort and confusion, where the layers of your soul are peeled back. The wilderness becomes a classroom where you learn lessons in patience, perseverance, and self-awareness. You might feel abandoned, but this sense of isolation is actually a sacred space, inviting you to explore the parts of yourself that were previously hidden beneath the noise of everyday life. This isolation is fertile ground for personal insight and growth. As you look around and see no one coming to help, the support you were hoping for seems absent, leaving you questioning whether you're on the right track. But what if no one is meant to come? What if this part of the journey is about realizing that the strength you're seeking outside of yourself is already within you? This realization is tough, but it arrives in the midst of your deepest struggles. It forces you to confront the truth. No one else can carry you through this, only you can. In those moments, you learn to rely on your own light. There is something profoundly empowering about this understanding. Though the loneliness feels overwhelming, the absence of external help pushes you to tap into deep reservoirs of resilience you didn't know you had. There is a kind of salvation that comes when you stand on your own 2 feet and face life's storms head-on. Even the greatest figures in history, like those in biblical stories, were not spared suffering. If Christ himself wasn't saved from the cross, what makes us think we can avoid carrying some heavy burdens of our own? In these moments when you feel forsaken, you're being refined. The solitude you're experiencing is not a punishment, but preparation. You are being strengthened and purified, and the loneliness that surrounds you gives space for a deeper voice, the one inside of you, to emerge. This loneliness is inviting you to a profound relationship with God, with yourself, and with the world around you. When no visible hand comes to help, it forces you to trust your own power and the divine strength within you. This isolation is temporary but necessary for your journey. In the moment, it feels endless, but it's during these times of solitude that you forge a deeper connection with yourself and with God. Without external voices or the distractions of daily life, you begin to see things more clearly. The path ahead may not be easy, but in the quiet, you start to notice signs you missed before. You develop an inner compass, one guided not by external validation or approval, but by a deep understanding of your purpose. The moments when you feel most alone are often the times when you are being drawn closest to God. It's in the wilderness that many spiritual figures, like Moses, Elijah, and even Jesus, had their most profound encounters with the divine. Solitude might feel like abandonment, but in reality, it's an invitation into intimacy with God. When all external comforts are stripped away, you are left with the truth that God has been with you all along, dwelling within you, waiting for the noise of the world to quiet enough for you to hear his voice. As you continue on this path, even when it feels unbearably lonely, remember that you are never truly alone. The right people, the right support will come into your life at the right time. But for now, this part of the journey is about learning to trust yourself, relying on your inner strength, and cultivating a relationship with God that is not dependent on others, but rooted in the truth of your own spirit. The relationships that are meant to be in your life will come when you've learned the lessons that can only be learned in solitude. Each step you take, each moment of feeling abandoned or isolated, is preparing you for something greater. The struggles you face now are forging you into the person you need to become for the next phase of your journey. You may not see it yet, but the very signs of discomfort, feeling lost, abandoned, or alone, are the indicators that you are on the right track. These challenges are shaping you into someone capable of carrying the weight of your future. Someone who not only survives, but thrives in adversity. This path, while uncomfortable, is leading you exactly where you need to go. Keep walking. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're still here, please leave a comment about what you learned or share any thoughts you'd like to add. I would appreciate it. And as always, wishing you a beautiful day.